All right, so let's take a look at your swim last week at Rollins. And obviously, this is the first time we've worked together in a long time. This is during your Fast 100. And what I asked you to do is try to go out there and pace yourself at something that you felt like you could sustain for 100 yards fast. This is prior to us doing any kind of drill work. I didn't try to bring anything to your awareness, just wanted you to go out and do 100 fast. And the couple things that I want you to look at, obviously you're going to go 3 more lengths of the pool. But as you come back towards me, the first thing I want you to look at is notice how, and I'm hoping you can get a little bit closer and see it, there's not much of a pause out front, so you're losing the glide component. And like we discussed, the only way that you're going to get some real leverage of the water is we got to get the elbow higher in the water. See how you're kind of drifting around in the lane? Partially because your hand's not entering directly in front of you, but also when you pull underneath, instead of kind of creating that question mark from the point of your hand entering the water to where your thumb touches your thigh, I need you to get a nice high elbow with the skull. Now, one of the things that's causing you to cross over is when you go to breathe, we have a tendency to carry that arm that's out in front across our center line. But you see, as you're swimming away from me here, your arms are pretty much out in front of you, but yet you're still zigzagging down the lane, which tells me that your palm is not catching water in front of you and literally pulling it towards your thighs. Remember what we said, we want to get a nice catch with that palm, that little circle in your hand, nice high elbow, grab the water and hold it all the way until your hand touches your thigh. But you can see here in the video, what's happening is as soon as your hand enters the water, you're pulling through, and we're not seeing a nice high elbow and really starting to, leverage the water. Remember what I teased you, we have to make a liquid act like a solid as if you were getting out of the pool. The other thing I want you to look at is you're going to see your legs kind of flare outside from behind your hips. I need everything in line. So I wanted to show you what you look like doing a catch-up drill. And I know we talked about how you're able to get your stroke count down. You're able to maintain a relatively decent speed with a lot less effort. This is the drill I want you to implement as often as possible to give yourself that neuromuscular balance in the water. And what I mean by that is the timing. Right now, the first thing we want to do is we want to get it to where you refrain from pulling too early when you put your hand out in front of you. And with the catch-up drill, it forces you to get that sensation of gliding. Now, we're not going to race like this, obviously, because it's not the fastest way. But you see right here, this was the drill where I had you do catch-up down and freestyle back. Look how all of a sudden your tempo starts to fall into place. You're covering more distance with every stroke. We're still getting a little bit of the legs are flaring out, but we can fix that much easier than we can working on your timing. So as you come back towards us, this is where the tendency is to want to do catch-up because that's what you started with. Then all of a sudden you're going to start to fall into a normal freestyle stroke. And I like the way that you're not creating a lot of turbulence in the water. I like the fact, and you can see it here on the film, what I think is cool is you can see your right hand coordinating with your left foot. As I said in the previous segment, I want your legs to act like they're being stuck in a piece of PVC so that your feet and your thighs are directly in line with your hips at all times. So work on that catch-up drill down, freestyle back, try to tighten up those legs, and we'll see an immediate improvement in your swimming.